Good morning, student. Today our topic of discussion in earlier class already I have started, that is optical instrument. So this is the continuation part of the NIC in that chapter. Today we are discussing that astronomical telescope, which is refracting type. First I will discuss the outer diagram, or from outside how does it looks. Then I will go for the internal diagram, and from where the question will come. See, an astronomical telescope is an optical instrument that is used to see basically heavenly object. Which kind of heavenly object? Like star, planets, meteoroids, these kind of things. The image is object is basically is at infinity. Infinity means far, far away from us. So basically in astronomical telescope, we will consider all the ray comes as parallel ray. All the ray comes from as parallel ray. Now we are discussing that construction of that astronomical telescope. Again I am telling, here I am discussing astronomical telescope which is of a refracting type. Okay, so construction if I am discussing, then here we are having a long cylindrical metallic tube which carrying one end. We are having two end. From here we will see the object, and from here the ray will enter to the telescope. I repeat, from here I will see the image, and from here the object's ray will come to the telescope. So it consists of basically a long cylindrical metallic tube which carrying at one end at achromatic convex lens of large focal length. Here inside this we are having an achromatic convex lens of large focal length. Now this achromatic concept is very new to you. What does it means of achromatic? Chrome means color, achrome means that kind of lens which can reduce the chromatic aberration. Now what is chromatic aberration? See, this is beyond the topic of discussion at this stage. Just I am letting you know, you know that prism can split white light in the bunch of 7 whites color. Clear class? Now if you are having a lens, convex lens basically, which have a large focal length, means it's a very thick lens, means it's also can behave as a prism. So if it is behaving as a prism, so when light ray, parallel light ray falls through that lens, passes through the lens, so there is a high possibility that all lens, all colors will be splitted, and instead of getting the image of the object you will get a spectrum. So that is not the expected thing. So scientists do what? Scientists design a specific type of lens which can reduce the chromatic aberration, means whatever may be the distortion coming, so that can reduce. Means if here at infinity you are having a red star, it will look as red. If it is a white star, it will look at white. Means that basically lens prisms property will be eliminated here. Others properties are there, but that splitting of the colors will be eliminated of here. Clear? So this is called what? This is near to the object, that's why it is called objective lens. At the other end we are having an arrangement. At the other end, the smaller tube, this is the other end, that smaller tube fitted with achromatic convex lens of smaller focal length. Just like compound microscope, here we are having the larger focal length, focal length lens. Here we are having a smaller focal length. In case of compound microscope, we are having at the objective end we are having smaller focal length, at eyepiece end we are having larger focal length. In telescope, it is the opposite version of compound microscope. Here we are having a large object. I need a minimized version and which can be visible to us. So here we are having a large focal length lens, and here we are having a small focal length lens. So these two lenses are there. Now here we are having a cross where just those who have done that what practical, the traveling microscope practical with me, they know in case of microscope we are having microscope or telescope, to make a reference, that two axis reference, xy axis, we are having a crosswire over here. Now let's see internally how does it work. So for that I need another reference diagram. I am going to that only. Just wait for a while. Okay, now I need this diagram. So basically, this is the diagram. Here we are having that large focal length objective, and here we are having that small focal length eyepiece. And this whole things is mounted within a. This whole things is mounted within what? Whole things is mounted within a what I am telling, that is a cylindrical glass tube. These whole things are mounted. Now let's discuss how. See, basically in the figure you can see that here we are having a objective lens which having a focal length, sorry, optical center O, and the eyepiece with an eyepiece means which is near to our eye, it's having optical center E. Now AB is the distance object whose end A is on the axis of the telescope. Means here suppose I am having a star or meteor, so from there a bunch of parallel ray coming to the objective lens. Clear? So let's see what is happening. Now AB is a distant object. Why I am telling distant object? Because it is far away from us. So AB is a distance object whose A is on the axis of the telescope. Now the lens O forms a small real and inverted image A prime B prime. Obviously if parallel beam of ray falls, so after refraction I am getting a image A prime B prime over here. Now it is the inverted one and also very small one. Now let's see what is happening. Now this image lies inside the first focus Fe prime of the eyepiece. Now eyepiece also, if it is a lens, it's also have focus. This side one focus, this side another focus. So it is again the construction is such that its image, the first objective image forms in between optical center and focal length of the second lens. Now it is here under the optical center and the focal length. Now since it is an inverted image, what is happening, we know if we are having a convex lens, then any object lie inside that focal length and focal length and optical center, then this lens will be behaving as the magnifying glass. Means the object here, that A prime B prime is my real and inverted image, so this real and inverted image will be acting as a object for this eyepiece. So what eyepiece does, eyepiece will just make a virtual magnified version of the small image. Clear? Basically if you try to see something by a large focal length convex lens, you will definitely get the image. Just in lab when we have done one practical, that convex lens practical, that outside window there is a construction work going on and we want to visualize that inverted image, or we want to measure the focal length. That time what we are getting, we are getting a inverted real image, but that image is very much diminished. You can't distinguish anything if you want to see clearly. So I want to verify all the things clearly or see all the diagram, all the structure clearly, I need a magnified version of the image. So in telescope, first thing we are doing what, we are having a, clearly in a simple word I am telling, we are having a large focal length lens, objective lens, which is achromatic, means there is no chromatic aberration. So from stars, suppose from sun, ray is coming, so ray is coming and we are getting a small diminished image of the sun. Now that diminished image lies inside the optical center and focal length of the eyepiece. So eyepiece makes a virtual magnified version of the same heavenly massive bodies. So my final image is A prime B prime, and which we can see from here. Clear? Now what I am telling, that with and magnified final image is A prime B prime. To find the position of the B prime, means where the image is B prime, two dotted rays are taken from B prime. B prime means from here I have taken one ray where the image forms. Clear? And passes through the optical center E. Done, no problem. Go straight to the second ray. Now by that we are getting A prime and this is the B prime. Clear? Now here the object distance for the eyepiece, object distance is U, and since we don't know, when we are using telescope we don't know where the image is actually, so we are doing what we are here. This is my object distance and this is the distance between eyepiece and the final image, capital D. So when we are calculating magnifying power, basically we know that magnifying power is the ratio of angle subtended by the final image to the angle subtended by the object at the eye when the object is its actual position. So time is very limited. Here in this video I am discussing up to the construction and how does it works, but in the next video I will go for the magnifying power and the image forms, image formation, if the image is at infinity or the object is at infinity, that kind of things, and then resolution of the telescope. Probably next video I can complete the chapter. Thank you class.